I bring you greetings from the great state of Wyoming, home of an abundance of affordable and reliable energy, wildlife galore, wide open spaces, gorgeous rivers and streams, magnificent mountains, beautiful blue skies, and not one Liz Cheney anywhere to be found.
That rousing CSPAC speech earning Congresswoman Harriet Hageman a standing ovation yesterday. And as chair of House Anti-Woke Caucus, I didn't know we had that caucus. Happy to hear about it. There's no shortage of material to talk about with her. Joining me now with more of her message, Wyoming Congresswoman Harriet Hageman. Welcome, Congresswoman. Great to have you on.
Thank you, Rachel. It's good to be here.
So let's talk about Liz Cheney before we go any further. First of all, I know people love you just for being you, but they also love you because it means that Liz Cheney is gone. Explain to me what happened to Liz Cheney and her dad. What happened?
They went a different direction, and I think that they believed that Donald Trump was going to be the past, and I believe that they were looking at her potentially being Speaker of the House and running for president, and that just simply didn't work out. And I think she's incredibly frustrated and angry, and I think that they miscalculated where the Republican Party is and where conservatives are.
You know, one of the things I really like about Liz Cheney is that Liz Cheney and Dick Cheney are a reminder that there truly is a uniparty in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
Isn't that right?
I think that really played out for all of the world to see this last election. They were willing to get behind Kamala Harris. And regardless of how you may feel about Donald Trump, everyone has to admit that the last 4 years have been absolutely a disaster. And she's been in the front seat of the car with Joe Biden. So the idea that you would support her and try to put her in the White House is just stunning to me.
You know, Congresswoman, we just were talking on the couch about peace finally breaking out. I mean, this week we may see an end to the war in Ukraine. And I think it's probably Liz Cheney and that uniparty's obsession with war versus trying to find peace and resolution and negotiations that really stands out for me, especially at this moment.
There's big money in war. That's why we call it the military-industrial complex. And there's been big money in all different kinds of things, such as the censorship industrial complex. We've seen these things play out over the last several years. And one of the things that we can thank President Trump for is his pure honesty and his transparency and exposing so many of the things in Washington, D.C. that people have known existed, that are there, but we've never necessarily been able to put our finger on them. And this is really an incredible time. I refer to it as a renaissance. This is a time for us to have a new beginning and to really right-size our government, to be able to move forward on a policy that is in the best interest of the American citizen.
So, Congresswoman, you are part of the Anti-Woke Caucus. Tell me what you guys are taking on in that caucus.
So it is all of the social justice type of things that have sprung up over the last several years that have really undermined the foundation of this country. We are built on the concept of equality. We are built on the concept that everyone has innate value. We are built on the concept of, entrepreneurship and everyone having an opportunity. This is the land of opportunity. Yet over the last several years, we've had the idea of government kind of slicing and dicing us based upon our race, based upon sex, based upon sexual orientation. And it's really undermined so much of what America is. And again, it is that land of opportunity where anyone can succeed. I am an example of that. I grew up on a ranch outside of a little town in Wyoming, and here I am a member of Congress. And in the United States, you can have that kind of a success story.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned the military-industrial complex. There is a censorship industrial complex. There is a woke DEI industrial complex. There's money being made in all of that. And thankfully, we have Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and, of course, the Congress working hand in glove with them to dismantle those complexes and give the money back to the people. And we thank you for joining us